Hi guys, Royal. For those of you who don't know me, I go as Royal Color Games on Twitch and Twitter. I have been searching for a sailboat for a very, very long time. My dream is to, well, live out my bucket list. One of the big ones on that list is visiting every country and circumnavigating the world by a sailboat. Issues: didn't own a sailboat till today. I don't know how to sail. And I don't have a ton of money because I'm not a very good streamer. But welcome to my new boat. It is rough. It was free. The previous owner of the storage unit here, sorry, GoPro's angle's weird. This boat was abandoned with the previous owner owned the storage units. They just let it sit here. New people bought it. They want it gone or someone to pay for it. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace this morning. I was up for exactly 21 minutes before I spotted it, sent her a message. An hour later, we're down here, I was looking it over, and it's been a couple of hours now, and I'm the proud owner of a 30-foot sailboat. It is an Alberg 30. I just found the serial number plate here. It's Ajax, Ontario, Canada. For those of you who don't know, Alberg, the designer of this boat, also designed a multitude of other boats. I think they've made 10,000 boats from his designs. So this, a gorgeous little boat. She's got potential. She's rough, but she's got potential. All the deck needs to be repainted and resealed, but other than like a little bit of weather checking here in the gel coat and a couple other spots that the previous owner must have sanded down, there's gel coat in there. The hull and the deck are solid. There is a couple of, like, the pulleys need to be replaced, and there's a broken cleat up front that needs to be replaced, but the mast is in good shape. There's a booklet down here about re-rigging it. There's a bunch of different rigging parts in there, and from what I can tell, this was re-rigged when it was demasted. The hull's got fresh paint on it. It's got fresh defouler with the exception of underneath the stands, but there's a gallon of each color here, so I don't even have to paint the hull. That's the good. The bad: it's got no sails and the interior is trashed. Now, everything you see here came with the boat. But I have done a little earlier, I recorded a section inside going over what's in there. That'll probably be part of this video after this little introduction. But winches are good. Structurally, everything's sound. These don't move. Don't worry about the standing water. The plug's drained. I'm working on cleaning that out right now. There's about a bajillion degrees in there. It does have an engine. The engine does not move. It is completely seized and it's sitting on the flooring. Also, the pass-through for the prop shaft has been epoxied over, so transom and outboard it is. We don't have an outboard mount yet, but I think with the fiberglass and the wood here, I can manage it. So I'm gonna go inside. I'll give you guys a tour. And whatever tour comes out better, I'll put in the video. The second video will be better than the first. I'm really flustered right now because I went from like really bored this morning, not knowing what to do with my life, to owning a 30-foot Alberg sailboat. And of course, it's 6 hours, so I'm still reeling. I can't really focus. But we'll go through what's in here real quick. Yeah. So, okay, where to start? Flip this GoPro around here. Oh, it's not going to let me do it live. Nice. Okay, I'll have to do it like this so I can point. We got a new automatic bilge pump. We've got some kind of a solar fan that's really chintzy. I don't know what he was going to do with that. The sun's not currently out, but that's probably not going to be used. So I'll probably put that up on Facebook Marketplace for, I don't know, $5-6 and start selling some of the stuff in here that I don't need. To start paying for actually restoring it. So the engine bay here, we'll start from the back and work our way forwards. Engine bay, as you can see, there is no engine. Most of the through holes are just open pipes to the outdoors. The wiring seems to be mostly junked. It's okay. I don't mind doing wiring. I know how to do wiring, so that's good. Sink. There is an alcohol stove under here. I will not be using it. I'll either be switching it out for electric, depending on the solar I decide to go with, or propane. I do not trust old school, well, you can't see me, old school alcohol stoves. They have a tendency of exploding. So we're not going to be using that one. We'll go to Home Depot with the measurements to try to find, I don't know, propane or gas. But until then, I have bigger fish to fry. So I guess we'll go down this side. I think it's starboard. Like I said, not great at this. I think it's starboard side. So facing the front of the boat is right side. Starboard. Right? Starboard. Port. Left. Anyway. In here we got caulk guns. We got various clamps. A box of pencils for us. That's nice. What I'm hoping is old engine oil. I have no idea what that is. Could be jungle juice. No idea. New sponges in here, which I'm not going to show because it's got this guy's name on it. There. We got new rigging parts. And put that up there. I don't want to lose that. More. This looks to be the equipment to attach the lines, the stays to the hull. All the stay ports are in decent shape. Bunch of cleaning and painting supplies. We got Scotch-Brites and rollers. We got new seals for windows and doors down here. We got some butyl tape, some newspaper. I haven't even gone through all of this. Paint rollers, rubber gloves, more paint, more. We got wood sealant and epoxy, which is probably trash because it's like 130 degrees in here when I cracked it open. Brand new foam seals for the windows. Don't think that's going to work in the boat. I'll have to research that if that's going to work all right or not, because it's just PVC foam tape. I don't think it's sealed. It says it's water resistant, not waterproof, so that's probably going to have to be changed out, but I only see it in one spot. Tyvek suits, some random boards I'm assuming were used to take this out. A brand new socket set, some topside primer. I'm going to prioritize getting the inside cleaned and organized so I know exactly what I have. And then I think the first thing we're going to work on is getting the exterior sealed so we don't get any more water ingress. Doesn't seem to leak now. I mean, you got your latex paint landlord special seals here, so I don't think these windows leak. I don't see any signs of leaking. So that's good. Interior wise, other than the floor being rotten, and I'm pretty sure this boat was sunk, judging by this water line on the wood here. It's not bad. But we got chain hoists and all sorts of tools. There's 5 or 6 different sanders, a shop vac, antique drill, fresh crimping tools, and wire ends. So the guy was in the middle of definitely like fully restoring the boat. Most of the stuff is in here. I have no sails, which my overexcitedness, when I looked through the crack, because the companionway was locked, I had to break it off. So I could only, open the gap and have a gap like this in it. So from that gap, I saw that green and I thought that was a sail. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take it. It was not a sail. It appears to be a sail bag for the mast. That's okay. We'll put sails on the list of things we need to purchase. I think if I am crafty and quick, I can clean a bunch of this, recoup my current cost, which I'm going to be keeping a running tally on how much this costs to restore. We're going to use as much of the stuff in here that's still good as possible. And I have some stuff at the house from other projects that's left over we can use for here. But as it sits right now, total cost into the boat is $40, 40. And that was to lease the space for a month. I'll probably have to get at least another month, but the goal is to get it moved up to my dad's place where I have a full featured shop and not just a bunch of random tools I'm finding. But we'll see how that goes. If you guys want to support, there'll be a Patreon for this project. All money donated either goes to the project or saved for future endeavors. But I'm pretty sure anything you guys send is going to go straight here to restoring this beautiful, beautiful 30-foot boat. Okay, let's continue the tour while I'm rambling here. It's very hot. I can't focus. I'm going to bring my solar kit from a previous project down. Got 200 amp hours of lithium ion phosphate and 375 watts of Renogy flexible solar panels that I can bring in and just set up top. I don't know how well you guys can see me. Oh, GoPro's doing all right. So here's where the bathroom used to be. I got the windows open as much as possible. But apparently he has removed the toilet. That is okay. I have a cassette toilet at my my father's house from when I was installing stuff on someone else's boat, and they wanted to throw a brand new cassette toilet in the trash, so I threw it in my truck. So we're good there. Closet, again, other than landlord's special paint, a lot of this looks serviceable. I don't see any signs of leaking anywhere. Anywhere there was a through hole seems to be sealed correctly. So she's got good bones. Up here in the V-berth, we do have the original cushions for the V-berth, which is huge. So I don't have to guess on how to cut them. Up here, this is a 120-liter flexible water bladder. And other than the fiberglass dust, which I can clean off, that is brand new. I'll have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's like a couple $100 right there. So we got our water tank figured out. We got a little gas jug. And here's the part that confuses me about him sealing the through hole for the prop shaft. Got a new distributor for the universal here. We got a new timing belt. We got a new belt. We got new points and plugs, and those are lights. Those will come in handy. NDC topside lift, so most of this stuff has been labeled. It looks like more straps and tie down. I don't know, I have to go through all of this. But in there, I went through it a little bit earlier. I kind of went through it, just kind of grazing on what's in here currently. Between that, this bag, and some other components hidden in little compartments and stuff. It looks like he was going to rebuild the universal. Other than like a piston sleeve and ring kit, seems to be a full universal rebuild here. Distributor, water pump I found, spark plug wires is spark plugs. Another bag here is spark plugs, consumables. Yeah, there's a new oil filter here, so maybe we'll junkyard digs it and try to get that working, and then we can figure out how to put the through hole back in. But currently, I'm just gonna probably pick up like a 9 horsepower long shaft outboard, just to get her moving quicker. So up here you see we got the original cabinets and doors and stuff. They're all here, which is really cool. We can get those put on pretty quick. Since they're off, probably give them a sand. Get rid of this really, really horrible paint job. See if we can't restore it maybe to the original teak or mahogany or whatever wood this is. We got up here, got a brand new anchor lift. It's kind of a screen here. Oh, that's probably for the porthole above my head. Didn't even notice that. And then up in the anchor locker, which I don't know if I should call it an anchor locker because there's no hatch. So I don't even understand how that works. But up there it seems to be mostly empty, with the exception of the doors being stuffed in there. There is a chance there's a sail bag up there. I am not giving up hope on finding sails yet, but my hope is rapidly dwindling. It could be up there in the very, very front of the V-berth that I can't see the bottom of because there's too much crap in my way, or it could be down here in the bilge, although hope not because it's a terrible spot to store sails. Maybe though, because they do come in wet, so drop them in the bilge and then store them later. I've heard of some sailors doing that. So let's hope it's either under that motor that I can't move or in that V-berth I can't get to. But she's got good bones. I'm very, very excited. I would have preferred to have one with an aft berth of some sort. On one side have an aft, the other have a kitchenette, dinette. I do love that the cockpit's this nice big wide open area with that rear sail locker. Sail locker's empty, I already checked. But I mean, it's a free boat, beggars can't be choosers. It doesn't look bad. It really looks like for the majority of it, it just needs some sanding and a coat of paint. The interior will be livable, at least. And I do think it'll float. I got to rewire the whole thing, but that's actually not necessarily a bad thing. Because all the lights for the wires are cut. As you can see here, there used to be a wiring harness in here. You can see the anchor light and all that. None of this is wired anymore. Almost all of the wiring harness is cut out. Like, there's some of the wiring harness there. But if I have to rewire it from scratch, which there are, bear with me, new electrical components in here too. Look at that marine rocker switch. That's really cool. I have a smaller one of these on my battery bank that I built. I'll show that off in another video when I get it down here. I'm gonna use it to power a fan so I can friggin' breathe in here. But yeah, so we got a new rocker switch, set of rocker switches, a nice one at that, voltage readout, 12 volt, and a USB charger. That's nice. I don't see any wire in here, which sucks because that's the expensive part. I do have wire at the house left over from the unfinished. Well, I finished it. The e-bike RV. Solar RV for the e-bike. You guys didn't end up seeing that video. That was going to be the first video I posted to YouTube, but like 5 or 6 miles into the journey, I got really, really horribly injured. Dislocated my knee and my hip, and the cart was totaled, and I was just so upset that I didn't want to I didn't want to release it. So this will be the first video instead. But I'll go over the components and how I rebuilt them into a self-made power bank. I see Miss Roy just rolled up. So I'm going to button her up and I'm going to head home. And then tomorrow, when I get time, I'm going to come in and we'll do a time lapse of cleaning this up. I'm going to try to space it out to get one video out a week if I can. We shall see. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Let's get her buttoned up. That needs to be fixed. That needs to be fixed. That's messed up. Oh god, that's eaten. Get that tight. Get this one closed. I'm showing you guys how to button up the boat. I do like these brass portholes. I wish all of the windows were like this, and I may look into see if we can't find some. That being said, if you are a boat builder or boat manufacturer, someone who makes stuff for marine environments, and you want to test your product or show it off, I'll gladly install it. Mainly, if you can find me these windows, put that open, that would be amazing. But as you can hear, Miss Roy is here, so I'm going to call the episode here, guys, and I hope to see you next week. Peace.